Hey, I'm Andre. Welcome back to Could I Conceivably Do That? Today we're going to be talking to a livestock farmer to see if I could conceivably do that. So let's go. One second. Okay, now let's go.
So I'm Conor Guptil. I run Hackmatack Buffalo Farm up in Berwick, Maine.
So how did you get into bison?
I had a bunch of unused land that's been in my family for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And we were drinking Sierra Nevada one night, and a few drinks in, we were like, let's just do it.
Let's just do it here.
And we jumped in. Yeah, let's just do it here. Bison are all wild animals.
Right.
They're really not domesticated at all.
Yeah.
However, there's kind of two different schools of thought in terms of how you farm bison.
Mm-hmm.
One school of thought is to almost treat them like domesticated animals. So you're weighing them, you're tagging them, you're breeding them for strength and weight, and you're essentially treating them like cattle, like livestock. The other school is, well, let's keep them wild animals. Let's fence them in, but other than fencing them in, let's keep them as hands off as possible.
Okay.
That I tend to err toward the second approach. Bison are just different than cattle. They're much more hardy animals. They're not susceptible to a lot of the same bacteria and diseases that livestock might be.
How then do you go about when they are
harvest, slaughter?
I think slaughter is a harvest. I was going to say harvest, but I wasn't sure if that was a weird way to say that. But
I use that word because it's happier. So we have a corral, a small corral on our property, and we use the corral to shuffle animals on and off the property. Most of the time, it's hanging weight animals that are between 2.5 and 3 years old. Again, you can't really get in there and push the animals, so you have to trick them or bribe them to come in. So, we set up the water in there, so they're used to coming in and out every day. We run them through, we catch the ones that we want, and then we load them onto the back of a truck. And so we have a whole system of doors that are pushed and pulled by kind of rods up high above the bison. So we hide behind a wall and close the doors as they come in.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
As far as mating goes, does that it all happens on your farm naturally?
Yeah, it all happens. So bison are herd animals, which means that they do best in a herd, and we try to mimic a natural herding process. So we typically have one alpha male who breeds with all of the females, and then we have at least one other smaller male that competes with the alpha male, which helps to raise the level of the testosterone. So I am not a traditional farmer. I have another full-time job. One of the reasons we decided to do bison over another type of farm animal is really the maintenance on bison is very minimal. So I mean, we spent hundreds of hours and quite a bit of investment putting up all the fencing, which tends to be...
That's a big investment.
Right. Much more infrastructure than typical cattle fencing. But beyond that, after the water system was in place and the corral and the fencing, bison are really easy to maintain because they're wild animals.
Sure.
So I'm there every day, check the water. In the winter we feed them hay, we drop brown bales, and then in the summer we periodically move the animals through pastures.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, it's basic fence maintenance. So an hour a day, and then probably once a month or once every 2 weeks farm work day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's like a whole day?
Like a Saturday, yeah.
Okay.
A Saturday work day. Why do I want to be a bison farmer? It's to create a healthy and sustainable product that brings value back to the landscape of the seacoast. Wow. So what do I consider a success? I love when I'm able to sell a product or offer a product as a gift to somebody who either can't afford it or has, like we talked about, a severe allergy and can't even eat beef.
Sure.
They're excited about an option that will allow them to enjoy red meat, despite the allergies that they have. And it's really nourishing and it's really beneficial and it's at a cost that it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled on this niche product that is really hot in the market right now, and it's a lot of fun because we don't have to work super hard to sell it, and it's a great product that sells itself.
Yeah.
We just have to be there and be available. My family, the Guptil family, has been on this piece of property in Berwick, Maine since the mid 1600s. It's one of the oldest properties, period, in all of New England.
Yeah.
And it hasn't. It's been a farm that whole time, but it's been a lot of other things. There's an old lumber mill. I mean, there's all kinds of old farm equipment. It's a really cool place with a ton of history. Now it's a theater, as you know.
Yeah.
Which my grandfather pulled everything out of the barn and put down a concrete slab, put in chairs, and turned the entire barn into a theater, which you've been to.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a really cool thing, but I grew up with that legacy of being part of an inheritance that's from the mid 1600s.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of the motivation for me after graduate school, having traveled a lot and seeing a lot of the world, really wanting to come back and get rooted in this community and in this land that my ancestors have been a part of for hundreds of years. And if you're passionate and you have a yearning in your heart to really explore this lifestyle, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I would say just jump in. I mean, drink, 6-pack of Sierra Nevada, talk about the pros and cons, but if you're really passionate about it or you think you might be passionate about it, just jump in. I mean, you have nothing to lose.
Okay.
There's nothing like working hard, and at the end of the day, like sitting back, having a beer, or just relaxing and just feeling that energy pulse through you. There's nothing like that.
Sounds like beer is very integral to farming too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, totally is.
Cool. So that sounds like I could do that. So I'm going to do that. Andre, we don't have room for a bison farm, okay? No. But, no. Fine. Guess I'll just be half a farmer then. Keeping the hat, though.